Hello students, let us read phonetics today. You may be wondering, why should we read phonetics in spoken English? Before explaining the relevance of phonetics, you must know what phonetics is. Phonetics is a branch of linguistic science that deals with pronunciation. Now, here comes the relevance, that is, in order to speak correct English, correct pronunciation should be used. Interestingly, there is no such thing as a correct pronunciation because there is not one right way to speak the language. But dear students, pronunciation can be classified as acceptable pronunciation and unacceptable pronunciation. Acceptable pronunciation is clearly understandable to all ordinary people, whereas unacceptable pronunciation refers to a way of talking that is difficult for most people to understand. Hence, phonetics helps us to speak the language with acceptable pronunciation. Now, let us go through the classification of phonetics. Phonetics is classified into three major categories. They are articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics. Articulatory phonetics, which studies the way sounds are made with the articulators. Acoustic phonetics, which studies the acoustic results of different articulations. And auditory phonetics, which studies the way listeners perceive and understand linguistic signals. Okay, these were the definitions. But did you understand the meaning of these definitions? So, first we will try to understand articulatory phonetics. You guys know that voice is produced by larynx, which is also called the voice box. Articulatory phonetics deals with how different sounds are produced by this vocal tract involving larynx. Then secondly, acoustic. It is the physical properties which include amplitude of sound wave, frequency, duration, etc. Lastly, the auditory phonetics. It is the human perceptual system that is used for perceiving sound, which includes our ear. So, the way we perceive different kinds of sound is auditory phonetics. You all know, in English language, there are 26 letters. But do you know how many speech sounds are there? There are 44 speech sounds in English. This means that there is no one-to-one correspondence between letters and sounds in English. What does it mean? There is no one-to-one correspondence between letters and sounds in English. It means if each letter has only one particular sound, then there will be one-to-one correspondence. But as I have said to you, there are 44 sounds, which means each letter might have more than one sound. This is the reason why many Indians find it difficult to learn English pronunciation. There are 24 consonant sounds and 20 vowel sounds in English language. Now let me acquaint you with the consonant symbols of English language. Before I account you, let me explain to you what does consonant sound mean. Consonant sound may be defined as a speech sound that is produced with stoppage of air. For example, when you speak the word pepper, your lips try to stop from passing through while producing the sound p. Thus, the voice or breath in consonants is partially hindered by the tongue, teeth, lips, or other organs of articulation. Do you know what is vowel sound? Vowel sound is unobstructed in articulation by the tongue, teeth, or lips. During the articulation of a vowel sound, the active articulator is raised towards the passive articulation in such a way that there is a sufficient gap between two for air to escape through the mouth without friction. For instance, when speaking the word arched, air escapes freely and continuously without any friction while pronouncing the first sound a. Now, let me acquaint you with the phonetic symbols. There are 24 consonant phonetic symbols in English. They are p, p, t, d, k, g, f, bh, sh, j, l, m, n, h, r, y, w, th, d, sh, z, ch, j, and ng. Now, let me acquaint phonetic symbols with examples. First phonetic symbol of consonant is p. Examples: pen, paper, pipe, upper, couple, cup, cap. We get p sound in the following words either in the beginning or in the middle or at the end of the words. Now let us go through the second phonetic symbol of consonant b. B, bulb, big, bass, behave. We get the sound of b in the beginning of these words. Of course, we also get the sound of b at the end portion of the word while pronouncing bulb, bulb. We also get b sound in the beginning in some words such as carbon, cable. We also get b sound in some words at the ending portion like mob, cave, pub, etc. Now let us go through The third phonetic symbol of consonant T. 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 Table, top, take. And in these words, we get the T sound in the beginning. And when we pronounce cattle, we get T sound in the middle part of the word. And when we pronounce cot, cat, we get T sound at the end part of the word. Now let us go through the fifth phonetic symbol of consonant K. Words beginning with K and she, CH or CK gives us K sound. For example, kick, K-I-C-K, kick. While pronouncing, we get K sound both in the beginning as well as at the end part of the word. Cast, C-A, cast. Though the word has begun with C, it gives us K sound. Similarly, chemist, chemist, C-H-E, chemist. It also gives us K sound in the beginning. And when we pronounce the word accurate, accurate, we get K sound in the middle part of the word. Act, act, we get the K sound in the middle part of the word. And when we pronounce block, we get K sound at the end portion of the word. And when we pronounce the word factor, factor, we get K sound in the middle portion of the word. Now let us go through the sixth phonetic symbol of consonant G. Give, against, diagram, organic, inorganic, Gav. When we pronounce give, we get the G sound in the beginning of the word. And when we pronounce graphite, we get G sound in the beginning of the word. And when we pronounce against, against, we get the G sound in the middle portion of the word. And when we pronounce diagram, we get G sound in the middle portion of the word. Or when we pronounce organic or inorganic, we get G sound in the middle part of these words. Now let us proceed to the seventh phonetic symbol of consonant P. Past, feature, filter, flash. In these words, we get F sound in the beginning of the words. When we pronounce effect, effect, we get F sound in the middle portion of the word. And when we pronounce graph, graph, PH, graph, we get F sound at the end part of the word. Now let us proceed to the next one, number 8, B. Vary, variant, velocity, vertical, voltage, give, negative. When we pronounce the words like very, variant, velocity, vertical, voltage, we get the vowel sound in the beginning portion of these words. But when we pronounce give, negative, we get vowel sound at the end part of these words. Now let us proceed to the next phonetic symbol of consonant sh. Shun, simple. She, mass, gas, device, ask. See, when we pronounce the word simple, she, we get sh sound in the beginning of the pronunciation. While pronouncing ask, assembly, we get the sh sound in the middle part of the word. And when we pronounce mass, gas, we get sh sound at the ending part of the words. Now let us go through the 10th one, that is ja, phonetic symbol of consonant. Jew, zero, design, result, leisure, busy. While pronouncing Jew, zero, we get J sound in the beginning of these words. And when we pronounce design, physical, positive, result, we get the J sound in the middle portion of these words. And when we pronounce busy, easy, we get J sound at the end part of the word. Now let us go through the next phonetic symbol of International Phonetic Alphabet IPA of consonant L. Leave, label, call, collect, realize. While pronouncing the words leave, level, we get la sound in the beginning. And while pronouncing collect, realize, we get la sound in the middle part of the words. When we pronounce call, sell, roll, we get la sound at the ending part of the words. Now let us go through the 12th one, M, ma sound, as my. Machine, emission, automatic, column, compact, compare. When we pronounce my, machine, we get more sound in the beginning of these words. And when we pronounce emission, automatic, compact, compare, we get more sound in the middle part of the words. But while pronouncing column, solemn, we get more sound at the ending part of the words. Let us go through the next phonetic symbol of consonants. N, near, new, number, carbon, crane, drain, electron. When we pronounce near, new, number, we get no sound in the beginning of these words. And when we pronounce carbon, crane, drain, electron, we get no sound at the ending part of the words. Let us go through the next phonetic symbol of consonant, that is H. Happy. Handle, hardware, heavy, height. In these sentences, we get H sound in the beginning of the words. Let us proceed to the 15th one, that is R. Red, roll, correct, marriage. We get R sound in the beginning in these words: roll, red, rabbit. But we get R sound in the middle part of the following words: correct, marriage, carriage. Then let us go through the next phonetic symbol. Y. Yes, you, year, your. In these words we get Y sound in the beginning of these words. Then let us go through the next consonant phonetic symbol. W. Water, wonder, weaver, want. We get W sound while pronouncing these sounds in the beginning itself. Then the 18th one, the phonetic symbol is Th. The words are thanks, theory, thermal, trust, faith, both, earth, method. While pronouncing thanks, theory, thermal, trust, we get Th sound in the beginning of these words. But while pronouncing faith, both, earth, we get Th sound at the end part of the words. But while pronouncing method, we get Th sound in the middle portion of the word. Then let us proceed to the 19th one. That symbol is the. Brother, gather, feather, further, mother, father, neither, bath. While pronouncing brother, gather, feather, further, mother, father, neither, we get the sound in the middle portion of the words. While pronouncing bath, we get Th. But it's a wrong example for this symbol. But brother, gather, feather, further, mother, father, neither are the correct examples for this phonetic symbol. Then the next one, that is 20th, sh, sh, shift, pressure, crush, emission, machine. While pronouncing, we get sh sound in the beginning in shift. Pressure, we get sh sound in the middle, and we get sh sound at the end part of the word crush. And when we pronounce emission or machine, we get sh sound in the middle part of the words. Then the 21st, that is ja, television, vision, pleasure, treasure, leisure, measure. Whether television or vision or pleasure or treasure or leisure or measure, we get ja sound in the middle portion of these words. Then 22, cha. This is the symbol of cha. Child, chance, reach, beach, discharge, launch, preach. When we pronounce child, chance, we get cha sound in the beginning of the words. When we pronounce reach, beach, launch, preach, we get cha sound at the end part of the words. And when we pronounce discharge, recharge, we get cha sound in the middle part of the words. Then ja. 23rd, the phonetic symbol is j, German, judge, adjust, bridge, magic, charge, generator, cage. While pronouncing German, judge, adjust, bridge, magic, we get ja sound in the beginning in German. We get ja sound here while pronouncing the word judge at the end part of the lesson, and while pronouncing the word adjust, we get ja sound in the middle. The last ng. English, evening, bearing, building. We get ing sound, ng sound at the end of all the following words, such as evening, bearing, building. But while pronouncing English, we get ing sound in the beginning of the word.